Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Monday's motivational video. So we're in August, and like I said, we're going to be talking about nutrition and eating a healthy diet for birthing persons, for moms, as well as for families. And so today we're going to talk about meal planning or meal prepping. So those are two different things, but I just want to make that distinction as to what they really are. So as doulas, we certainly can help with both. We can offer a package for meal planning, and we can offer a package for meal prepping. So meal planning is literally where we're sitting down, right, getting a notebook and jotting down, Monday you can eat this, Tuesday you can eat this, Wednesday you can eat this. Really meal planning, figure out what is the best meals for the day, for either for the mom or even for the family. So meal planning is essentially that, figuring out what groceries, what do they have in their refrigerator, what do they have, if they have a deep freezer, what is it that they can warm up versus what needs to be cooked from scratch. So literally meal planning, planning out the meals for the week, right? So that is an option. I know some doulas that do meal planning. But then when they're helping with the meals, they're actually using different caterers, different vendors that they are familiar with in the city that can help with the meals. And so all the meals are not made at home. Many of them are delivered. And so that is one way also to help with meal planning. So essentially it's a way, if the family would like your assistance as a doula in the postpartum, of course we're talking about postpartum here, to make sure that everybody is eating a well-balanced meals that are convenient, right? There's some ways that you can do the meal planning where you do the planning, figure out what it is that they're going to be eating, right? Then you figure out the prepping, and then you can put it in the freezer. So then it's on the family to just take it out, warm it up, whatever it is that they need to do to make sure that the meal gets on the table. But you have done your part by doing the planning and assisting in the prepping, and now it's a freezer meal. So there's different ways that doulas can help as have packages with the meal planning, meal prepping. I personally don't do meal prepping. I don't do meal prepping. I will help with the meal planning. And then if they would like the prepping part to be done, I have, depending on the family, I've actually hired a chef to come in, or I am one of the doulas that actually contracted out, meaning I will work with different vendors to be able to bring in different items, or I can essentially help with Instacart or some other food service delivery, and then I will help the mom or the husband or the grandma or cousin, whoever, really do the meal prepping. I will do it, but as a doula, I don't do it all on my own. I don't take that risk on. That's just me personally. I don't take the risk on of cooking the meal from start to end by myself in the kitchen. It will always be a joint effort if I do that part. If not, I'm contracting it out and it's being delivered. That's just me. So again, I'm just saying as an example, because as doulas, we can do things the way that we like to do it, the way that we're comfortable with doing. And so that's just something that I do. So there's tons of ways of doing it. With the meal prepping, some things that I do like to at least, with meal planning and prepping, things that I like to at least consider. Different stores have this. This particular one is from Trader Joe's. I don't know if that's in your area, but they have different dietary lists. So I don't know if you see that. This one is kosher products, right? And no, this one is vegan products. This one's kosher products, and they have other ones. They have a vegetarian. They have different things, right? So this is not the only store that does it, but I try when I go into different stores, see if they have things like this, because these are easy to use. And depending on my family, I have many families that are that do under kosher, and I do have some that are vegan, at all sorts of different dietary lifestyles. And so I like to be able to know easily. I can look through beverages, I can look at dairy cheese, I can look at some cookies. So this helps me not only with what products I can quickly help them buy, but then also when I'm thinking of different meals, you're able to put some pieces together and you're not doing it from scratch. And so those dietary lists are helpful, especially if the mom has, so of course the mom needs to be healthy, right? And try to eat healthy, right? But if she has any sort of dietary restrictions, those types of lists are helpful as well. So I think that meal planning and prepping is important for families, and it doesn't have to be as an extensive as doing every single meal of the day, meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. It doesn't have to be that extensive. If you want to offer that, you certainly can. It could be something more simple, like, 3 meals a week or 4 meals a week, or, all breakfasts, it can be a mix and match, but just work with the family to figure out what works best for it. Okay, so just wanted to have a quick tidbit about meal planning and meal prepping, 2 different things, but as doulas, we can certainly do all-inclusive and do meal planning, meal prepping, but just make sure that we are focusing on the needs of the mom and her healing, or the birthing person and their healing, to make sure that they're getting the right food and nutrients in order to assist them on their journey. Many times the family is part of that journey, and their eating needs are also need to be considered. So have that conversation with your family to figure out if meal planning and meal prepping is something that can be helpful for you. Thank you.